Hello viewers, welcome to ABPLIVE. This is Diksha Seth. Healthcare is not just an industry, it's a foundation of everything we value. Because without health, nothing else matters. So it's pleasure to introduce Dr. Sujit Paul, Group CEO of Zota Healthcare Limited, an industry veteran with many years in senior leadership roles. He carries more than 2.5 decades of rich experience in setting up, scaling, and operating many brands such as Reliance Pharma, Retail, Asian Paints, Bata, Kodak, Apollo Pharmacy, Trust Pharmacy, hospitals, CAH clinics, and many more. He has been featured in innumerable national and international news, media, TV interviews, international TV shows, and prominent airline magazines earlier of Jet Airways and Kingfisher. And now in Air Vistara Air India SpiceJet in the year 2024. Honored among the 100 top global leaders by Asia One in Dubai to CEO Insights magazine as top 10 CEOs in healthcare. To recognize his outstanding contribution to the retail industry, he has been confined with India's impactful CEO by Times Now, industry number one CEO in pharma retail by Bark Asia, recognized as a top 15 promising leaders in India by Money Control in May 2023, and many more. Now, Dr. Sujit Paul is with us. Dr. Sujit Paul, as an outstanding CEO, and you're in the top 10 in the global industry completely. So let us know all your journey. So how did you start into this industry? So what are the steps you have faced? What are the difficulties? What are the challenges you have faced?
Well, thank you so much. As any professional would always face multiple challenges, multiple endeavors that they would like to, take forward. So was my journey in life. So I started my journey from a very, very junior most position, and I got and grew up the ranks in my profile. So I think the biggest thing that we always have to keep in mind is that genuine sense of hard work, dedication can lead you closer to success. Whilst that does not guarantee success, but the probability for success increases much more. So I have been very, very focused from the onset of my career, but I was an extreme hard worker, which still I am. And thereby, I think a combination of talent and hard work is that actually takes and gives you much higher probability for success.
So could you share us your philosophy in guiding, and what are the success steps in your journey?
The most important philosophy that I always believe is that whatever you do with a genuine intent of doing the right thing. And there's nothing called shortcut. Shortcut is never the right way. So you have to be genuinely clear what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and what is the value that you want to build. But there's no substitute to really, really burning the midnight oil and doing genuine sense of hard work and putting up that extra effort to ensure that you are much, much closer to the goal that you want to achieve.
The industrial landscape is continuously evolving. Please brief our audience about your company's USPs and how you are currently positioned as one of the best vibrant company in its sector.
I think for us at Dawa India, we have always ensured that we offer very high quality generic medicines. So quality have been a very strong fundamental and pillar for us as an organization. We ensure that our products comes from the best of the manufacturing units, which are not only accredited but who are very strong and robust and have a very, very good background of manufacturing. We also ensure that our supply chain management and similar is strong enough to ensure that the quality of the product is not only retained but it is also disseminated in the right place, in the right time, in the right efficacy as an outcome. So there are multiple things that we always ensure that that should be a good fencing guard for us as an organization, since we are in a healthcare industry, and that's what we do.
So,
Ensure.
into the leadership qualities, what are the major things you have grasped from the society?
I think what I have always grasped from society is that you can learn from anything and everything that comes close to you, provided you want to learn. Now, once you want to learn something, then you will see that a complete new plethora opens in front of you. But most important in leadership movement in my organization or out of my organization, I always ensure that I inculcate right amount of values, culture, ethics and ethos amongst our colleagues, peers inside the organization as well as out of the organization, so that we not only build a great culture driven organization, we also build a great ecosystem around us.
Yes, as a group CEO in Zota Healthcare Private Limited, so how do you balance between the employees and the customers?
See, our customers are the true fundamentals for us, and we all exist because customers are there. But employees are the most important pillars for our success. We ensure that every employee is taken care well and every employee is well respected. It's so much important that it is a top down approach to ensure that every single employee understands the core value for which and by which we are driving the organization. So, the complete nice balance that we build amongst the employees and the customers is what is the outcome to build a great organization for us.
Yes, in this 2.5 decades, what is the most satisfaction day, like a day when you have been to the work? So this the day was very satisfied for me, and this is the day which I was achieved in this long 2.5 decades. So which was the day you have very happy? You were very
Okay, so
happy.
by far, I would genuinely say that every single day that I come to work, I'm satisfied. And I truly believe in this because when I come to work at close to around 9:30 in the morning, and when I leave office a little late in the evening, I ensure that I not only put up my best, but I give more than 100% of mine at that day. I believe that every single day I give the utmost amount of excellence that I can in work, and I am always satisfied for that.
Yes. So nowadays the transformation is not that easy in all the challenging, what all we facing the challenges. So in that way, how do you showcase the company as a CEO? So how do you showcase to the people, and how do you balance whenever we are going on the narrow road or else on the highway? Anyway, we'll be getting the speed breakers or something like that. So what are the speed breakers you have faced till date?
We will all have lots and lots of challenges that comes to us on a daily basis. The art of a good leader is how he can embrace the challenge and convert that challenge or difficulty into the best outcome towards giving the best delivery. So, whatever challenges that I get on a daily basis, I ensure that those challenges are flicked to give the best outcome and hit a sixer out of those challenges. It's not about the quantum and speed of the pace ball that comes to me. It's how I rotate the bat at that specific moment to ensure that that speed ball that comes to me actually gets converted into a sixer. And that's what a good leader or a good CEO should know how to do it.
Your exceptional leadership style is often recognized as a driving force behind your company's achievements. Could you share light on your approach of leadership and team building within the organization?
Important thing that I always look for when I hire people is to find out that whether they have the right kind of attitude and the right mentality or not. The actual outcome of a employee comes up if they have the right attitude, the right mentality, and the right belief system to do the hard work that is really, really needed in a smarter way. We always don't look for employee who have done multiple things or who may be professionally correct. That may not be the right judgment parameter for me to pick an employee. The right judgment parameter to pick an employee is that whether you are really having a right attitude, whether you have right mindset, whether you are flexible, whether you are really, really good at heart and similar. So these are the usual checkpoints that I see when I hire people. And then I bond people around and we have great team with us.
So how does a cultural growth will be coming? So how does a skill development will be going into the bond?
So for skill development, we have multiple training programs along with L&D movements. So learning and development is a key fundamental for the organization. Now, I don't leave everything to the L&D team or the T&D team. I myself ensure that I also take time out to train people. To people who report to me directly, I train them very, very often. And people who do not report to me directly, till the last mile staff, I ensure I do a training through the online versions. I'm a great believer that learning have to be a consistent and continuous exercise on a daily basis. And that is what we infuse as a culture in the organization.
Yes. So, can you provide us how to approach into the successful step?
See, every successful step have to be meticulously well thought and laid down and carved in the right way to ensure and match with the organizational visions, missions, and the organizational goal. For example, for Dawa India, we have a very strong organizational goal that every Indian must have a high quality generic Dawa India medicine in their pocket so that they can afford good medicines at affordable cost. So the pathway for that journey is been carved well to ensure that we not only meet up to the organizational goal, but we also march towards it.
Yes. So, as a group CEO of Zota Healthcare Private Limited, so what's your vision in the company?
Our vision is to build the best organization that India have ever seen culturally. So that is what we are working towards now.
Yes. So coming to Dava India, so the name represents it's a 90% reaches to the direct human being. So the name gives an impression. So when Dava India has been started, what are the steps you have taken to get into the correct way?
When Dawa India was started, our founder chairman Sri Ketan Zota had envisioned that we should be a good, great generic organization providing high quality medicines in India. And that is the vision that we are taking forward for the country.
Yes, so many people in India have a doubt that is it real or not?
See, it is not that the doubt is usually about the efficacy of generic medicine. It is but very natural because India is primarily a branded segment, and being a branded segment, it will take time to convert the branded thought process of buying medicine into a generic medicine. But high quality generic medicines are extremely effective, and it is well proven across the world.
Yes, so coming to Dava India's slogan, it's up to saving up to 90% on medical bills. Is this real?
It's not a slogan, it's what we want to convey to the end consumers or patients.
Okay.
We wanted to convey that by consuming high quality DavaIndia generic medicines, you save a lot of money in comparison to branded medicines. And you can go yourself to any of our store and find it out. You can just take a branded medicine and you can take a DavaIndia generic medicine, the same molecule. You can clearly find the difference in MRP.
So why people are not aware of this generic medicine?
So India have been traditionally a market where physicians and clinicians have been writing and recommending branded medicines for a long, long time. So it is like, many years ago, every one of you must have had BSNL telephones in the home. And at that point of time, you were not very much aware about mobiles, and then the pager came, and after that, the mobiles came. So it's more like that. So awareness is happening, but the transitioning is happening much slower in India than what we have seen in US, UK, or European parts of the world.
How does Dava India plan to touch lives in India, and especially in women?
Well, it's a very strong endeavor, and we believe genuinely that women are the backbone for all the power that you see. Women are Ma Chandi, women are Ma Durga, women are our strength behind whatever you see. And Dawa India, we genuinely believe the same. A year ago, we had only 2.5% pharmacists who are women. And as I speak, it is 19.8% of our entire pharmacist workforce who are women. So from 2.5%, we scaled up to 5.6, 7.8, 12.2, and now we are at 19%. That's what because we believe in. Even in Group CEO's office, we have a lot of women who are part of Group CEO's managerial positions. At work environment, we have a lot of women who are part of taking decisions. However, even out of this work environment, we are doing a lot of work called hashtag change, which is a work in the rural environment of India towards building a better sensitiveness amongst women about menstrual hygiene. We
Yes.
believe that menstrual hygiene is a key problem for women in the villages, and there is where we are working with the local panchayats, etc., to ensure that we educate women about the usage of the sanitary napkins, pads, so on and so forth. Of course, yes, in many places across the country, we do free distributions of sanitary pads to women. But more important is that We educate them that why it is so important for having a better menstrual hygiene. If they have better menstrual hygiene, they will have less UTIs, urinary tract infections, so on and so forth. So that's a huge work that is going. So both internally as well as externally in the organization, we believe that women are the keystones for all of us as fundamentals.
And one more thing, how do you create including the society, and what are the steps you're going to take it?
See, we at large believe that corporate governance is one part of building an organization. The
Yes.
larger part of building an organization is when we want to build a large dynasty to ensure that we take care of the society at large. For example, we have programs like hashtag change, hashtag pet care, and so many. It is not only humans. We believe that it's a moral responsibility for a corporation to touch lives. For that, we are doing a lot of work with the stray animals, stray pets, stray dogs and cats who are injured, to ensure that we give a better life back to them. For people who come to our store, we ensure that we do a lot of work with the geriatric patients. For women, we do a lot of work. So it is so much important that we build a great society through the ecosystem of work blended together. um, Still today we find that it is important that women in rural and urban both need to be truly and genuinely empowered. We believe that it is so much important that we inoculate a sense of respect amongst men and women both, and ensure that women are genuinely taken care of and respected. Now, unless we really convert that in from a psychological perspective for all the minds that we have, we will not see that India that we envision to see. So the one critical challenge that we find in terms of work environment is definitely to get good, skilled, nice, resourceful pharmacists. But that challenge still we can mitigate. But the larger question of yours, how we can build a better society, is to ensure that we percolate a message of genuine care, love, empathy, and respect towards the larger society, so that we can build a great ecosystem of the society for the future of tomorrow.
Nowadays, everyone are believing that future lies in the disruptive technologies and innovations. So, how are you gonna place your company for the next generations?
We believe that technological innovation is the key for sustenance and growth for any organization. And innovation should be at the key, but it should be at a very affordable way that innovation should work. For example, if you walk to any of our network stores, the DavaIndia stores, you will find that we have a huge, wide range of products that are not only innovative by nature, but that are very, very affordable. Let me start by giving some examples. We have products like methylcobalamin. Usually, someone who is a vegetarian, they may get a deficiency of methylcobalamin, which is commonly known as vitamin B12. If someone have a deficiency of vitamin B12, then they have to go to probably a nursing home or clinic and get a vitamin B12 shot, which may be some 300, 400, 500 rupees, depending on where they goes. But if they come to Dawa India store, they get the same vitamin B12 dosage in the form of a thin strip. They just have to put the strip in the tongue and the dose is done. They don't need to go to the hospital, and it only costs 12 rupees. So there is where innovation in healthcare comes into action. There is where true innovation blended with affordability is where we would see a great new Indian healthcare ecosystem.
Looking to the future as a group CEO, what is your vision for your company? How do you aspire to continue making the significant impact on India's evolving future landscape?
So I always believe in ensuring that we continue to work with technology and the innovativeness of the organization towards building a great organization ahead. The most important way towards sustenance, growth, stability, and increasing the larger market share for the organization is to ensure that if you reach out to the common mass with a genuine intent of right heart, right values, empathy, care, which we are doing. And when the common mass, common people, common patients, common consumers actually understand the power of high quality generic medicine that we are offering in Dawa India, then a new revolution happens. And that revolution is not only sustainable, but that revolution is the wind for the growth and enhancing the market share for us and building a greater and better, healthier India for tomorrow.
So how do you see the future of generic industry? In India, it is still evolving. Around the world, the MNCs are dominating in their respective branded medicines.
I see that if you see US, UK, Europe, almost 78 to 82% of medicines goes through generic. For India, it's not like that. In India, we find that even today physicians write brands, or they write branded drugs. But I am very, very hopeful that we are seeing the change, because consumers are becoming more and more knowledgeable. They understand that branded medicines are not only expensive, but they have alternative of great high quality generic medicines. And we are ensuring that the great consolidation will happen in India towards this business. And I presume that India will stand out to be one of the best generic players in the world, like what we see at a global arena.
Thank you, Dr. Sujit Paul. That was great meeting you, and thanks for sharing all the insights from your side. So that's all for now. Stay tuned to ABP Live. This is Diksha Sid signing off.